you've been through, why you got scars. Since you walked through the door, I've been trying to reach you, 'cause I feel you. What's the story to tell? What's the story behind the mountain you're trying to climb? Think I've heard it before.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you are a brand new beauty here and this is the very first time you ever see me, what's up? I am Jen. I share all things health and wellness here on the channel. Anything I do to level up my own life, I share with you guys in hopes to inspire and motivate you to do the same. So if that sounds like your jam, make sure to subscribe before we jump into today's video. All right, beauties, we have another meal prep video coming at you. One that I wasn't very much in the mood for doing, but we got it done anyways because we are traveling, so we are wanting to set ourselves up for success, especially after the craziness and chaos of the last few weeks that we have had going on, which I chat about in this video. It's meal prep and kind of like a little chat and update of just kind of my headspace and kind of where I have been like this week after everything. It's just been a crazy 2024, I will say that, and holy hot tamale. But we already had this trip planned, so we are going to go and make the most of it and try to learn as much as we can. We're going to the Tony Robbins conference, so we are just going to be grateful to be able to go and try to spend time together, learn as much as we can, grow as individuals, try to learn lessons from all the heartache and grief and just craziness of the last however many months. All of 2024 has really been nuts. And a lot of good things, a lot of really sad things, a lot of things that just really help you shift your perspective. I talk about a lot of it in this video. So without a ton of gabbing, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so here's what we're working with for breakfast. No surprise, good old breakfast sandwiches. They are so easy to make. They're really easy to reheat and grab and go, and we're gonna be on the go, so that's gonna be critical for us. And they're delicious, hit the macros, you guys know, all the high points. I am gonna be doing the eggs a little bit different this time, just one, because I'm lazy, and two, I think it will fit really good on the English muffin. We are using the Rockin' Grains Dave Killer Bread English muffins. These are 140 calories a piece, 6 grams protein. We of course have our Members Mark liquid egg whites, 6 whole eggs. Seasonings are chopped onion flakes, buttery steakhouse Kinder seasoning, garlic powder. I may add a little bit of this Primal Palette breakfast blend, just add a little something extra to it. Then we have some of the Great Value turkey sausages, Laughing Cow cheese, and then I had a bag of frozen spinach here that I just crumbled up that I'm going to mix in the egg mixture, which you'll see in a second. First, we're going to get our egg mixture mixed up so that we can get that cooking. And while that's cooking, we're going to toss our turkey sausage in the air fryer. These are already fully cooked and you're going to reheat them, so you don't want to cook them to death, but I don't want to put them on the sandwich frozen, so I'm going to pop them in the air fryer just for a few minutes to kind of warm them up before we throw them on the sandwich. So I figured while we are mixing up the egg mixture that I would go ahead and prop you guys up and chat with you, because obviously I haven't posted a ton. I haven't had a lot of videos going up. The last few weeks have really just been crazy. If you guys caught any of my recent videos or you follow me on IG, you already know that. But if you haven't, then I didn't know that I lost my mother-in-law last Friday. The last couple weeks we have been in the hospital or hospice with her. Like I said, if you guys caught the last video, then you guys know she had a massive stroke in the hospital a couple weeks ago. And then it just kind of like went downhill from there. So not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before, she was transferred to hospice, and the hubby and I stayed there with her. We slept there, were there the entire time with her, and then Friday evening she passed away. And it has been extremely heavy, to say the least. This entire year has really been heavy. With my first started out the beginning of the year, my daughter was in the hospital near death trying to get through her last pregnancy, and it was just like months of craziness. And then nightmare with my brother-in-law, who ultimately passed away 3 months ago, and then everything with my mother-in-law, which I'm not going to talk about too much because I don't want to get upset, and I have been upset nonstop. So but I don't even know where I just was, but I'm going to try to not get upset. It has just been an incredibly heavy year, and with grief and just things that happen that are completely out of our control, it's so confusing yet brings so much clarity. I had posted about this on Instagram too. Like, there's so many emotions wrapped up in it, and feeling grateful that you had the time with your loved ones that you did, but also angry that they're leaving or feeling like it's unfair. Why does this have to happen? Death is just a part of life, and it will undoubtedly touch every single one of us at some point, because it is just a natural part of life. But it just doesn't make it easy when it is happening for the people that are still here and having to lose a loved one. But it does bring like perspective shifts and clarity and kind of a realignment about what is really important and what things you prioritize in life. And it reiterates how important health is. And without health, you literally don't have anything. You could have $1 million in the bank, 800 cars outside, 15 mansions. And if you are sick in the hospital, none of those things do anything for you. The people and the relationships that you build is what's going to be there for you, and the health that you have to keep you out of the hospital, if all you can help it. Obviously, there are things that happen to people that try to pursue health, but you can't control that. You only can control what you can control, and that is trying to make the best of your health while you are here and living and able, and to build the relationships that are going to be lasting and are going to be the people that are there for you when it matters the most, or that you are going to leave an imprint on and a legacy with even when you are gone. And I don't know, it's so much, it's a lot. I've really just done like a lot of internal soul searching, if you will, and I don't know, it's just a lot. Again, I don't want to get upset just trying to like share with you guys kind of where my thoughts or my head is. It is hard to like be super motivated to do the things that I know serve me or that help serve you guys, to be inspiring and uplifting and all of that, just like when there's just constantly so much heaviness and so much sadness and grief going on. It's really hard, and I know that a lot of you guys out there are dealing with the same things. I have gotten tons of messages from you guys about losing loved ones or having sick loved ones or going through your own kind of sicknesses or whatever, and it's incredibly difficult to battle through our mind to still want to try to do the things, to pursue the things that we know serve us best and that will ultimately give us better health or give us better relationships or help us pursue the things in life that are important to us, the desires of our heart. It's hard to remain focused when these other things are going on. But getting back to that North Star is so important, and knowing why you're doing it, why you want to do it, what it's going to do for you, for your community, for your family. You have to just like keep bringing yourself back to that, because it's so easy to get lost. And I just was actually talking about it this morning with a client on a one-on-one. It's so easy to just be like, what's the point? Like, I don't even care about work. I don't care about eating healthy. I don't care about working out. I have zero motivation to do anything. I'd rather just like eat cookies and binge Christmas movies and not do anything. But I know on the other side of that, I would feel so much worse. I would feel so much worse in so many ways, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything. So I know that I have the tools in my tool bag over the years of pursuing health and pursuing growth and trying to evolve as a person, that those things aren't going to make me better. They aren't going to make the people I try to help better. They're not going to make my family better. And the people I've lost wouldn't want that. Reminding yourself of those things, just to keep putting one foot in front of the other, to feel the sadness, to feel the grief, to feel the anger, the confusion, and just try to redirect those thoughts as much as you can about the gratitude for the person that you got to know and love for the time that you did, and what they've been able to teach or imprint on the people that you love also. All of those things are so important. It's not as easy to do in the moment, but it definitely will help the more that you are able to grab hold of those thoughts and kind of redirect them into a positive manner in some form or fashion. We're all human. We're not robots. We're not perfect. That's not always going to be the way that it works. You're not always going to hit the mark. There's going to be some minutes, hours, or days that you're just like, F it all, right? But the quicker that you can kind of grab yourself from those moments and redirect yourself back to a better version of yourself, or a better momentum, a better path to navigate, the better you're going to be on the other side. So as much as I could care less about this meal prep right now, or I could care less about working out or anything, just being kind of in that mind funk, I know that if I make this meal prep eating it versus other garbage, I'm going to feel better on the other side. So I'm just pushing through. Same with working out. I know that if I just get up and go for a walk and get outside, I know that I'm going to feel better physically, mentally, and emotionally. I know if I go get a workout in, same thing. So while I don't want to do it right now in the moment, which we feel often, whether there's something traumatic or not going on in your life, we have those feelings a lot. And so if we can just kind of know in the moment that this is just an emotion, just in a feeling, and you can do this anyways, even if you don't feel like it, and you know that you will feel better on the other side, I encourage all of us, myself included, to just try to take captive those thoughts and redirect them as quick as you can so that you don't get in that downward spiral. But while I'm here running my gator, let's get these eggs whipped up so that we can get this meal prep done. So I have my 6 eggs in here, and I have my egg whites in here. Just mix those up some. I'm going to dump some of the fresh spinach in there, mix them all up and the seasonings, and then I'll show you how we're going to cook them. Alright, so here's what we're going to be making our egg patties, for lack of a better term, for our breakfast sandwiches. 1, because again, I'm lazy and I don't feel like cooking them each individually in the pan. 2, because, I mean, hello, it's Christmas, and how festive are those? And I need all the joy in the world, and anything Christmas brings me joy. So we are going to use these babies. I got this off Amazon. It has like the hard frame, and then this is like the silicone, so it's easy to pop out, little snowflakes. So we love that. I am going to quickly spray it with this avocado oil spray. I don't normally have an issue with these, like getting anything out, but just because it's eggs, I'm gonna do it. And then we have our egg mixture here. It's gonna pour egg mixture, if I can talk, evenly in these. Now these are like kind of deep snowflakes, so I'm gonna try to see if we do about half. If that will fill it up, I may have to just fill these babies all the way up. Alrighty, we've got our snowflakes all filled up. Now we're going to pop this baby in the oven. I've got it preheated at 400 degrees. Probably about, I have no idea. I've never cooked these in here, so I'll let you know afterwards how long. Alright, eggs are in the oven. We're going to pop these babies in the air fryer for just a few minutes, and then we will get our Laughing Cow cheese on our English muffins. Got our Laughing Cow cheese on. The turkey sausage is done. I only had 5 of the Great Value turkey sausage left in the bag, so I had to use a couple of these turkey sausages. I put 2 on there just so that it would be enough to cover the English muffin. They're 70 calories a piece, 8 grams protein, and Great Value ones are 90 calories, 8 grams protein. So they're a little higher calorie, but they're a little bigger patties too. But we still have a few minutes on the eggs, so when they're done, we'll get those on here, get these babies wrapped up, and we'll jump into lunch. Our little snowflake egg situation is all done here. I actually ended up leaving it in there about 23 minutes just because these are a little bit thicker. If you were just doing like a sheet pan or something, you wouldn't have to do it as long, but I left these in about 23 minutes and they're perfect. We're going to throw these on the sandwiches now. Oh, these are the thickest little egg patty things that I have ever made, but they're going to work and do the trick just fine. We're going to squish them straight down, wrap them up, and they'll be good. But next time I'll definitely do them in the flat sheet pan just so that they fit on there a little bit better. But we have these done, so we're rolling with it. Y'all, these are cracking me up. Look at these. Now, I did just pull them out of the oven, so they will deflate a little bit, but they look crazy right now. All right, for lunch, we have one of my favorite combos. Any kind of protein, ground turkey, ground beef, chicken, whatever, mixed with some cream cheese and rotel. You can't go wrong. I'm gonna use this whole block of the Philadelphia third less fat original cream cheese. I normally do the Greek cream cheese. It's a little higher protein, a little less fat, better macros, but one I had on hand is out of date. So womp womp. We are going in with this one. It is okay. It's going to work out just fine. We've got a can of rotel. We've got some chopped onions, Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse, and some garlic because those are my go-to seasonings. I have 3 pounds of the 93% lean, 7% fat ground beef. I'm going to be cooking all 3 of them because this is for 5 or 6 days for both hubby and I. So just so that we have plenty on hand, I'm going to cook it all up. I'm going to be throwing in 2 bags of the Good & Gather street corn. It's seasoned sweet corn with cheese, garlic, lime juice, and chili pepper. You guys know I absolutely love this stuff. It's just going to kick it up a notch and it's going to be awesome. For our sides, I'm going to be making up some quinoa and some white rice. That way we could just switch it up from day to day, whatever we want to add with it. I had both on hand, so I went ahead and just made some up. I've already cooked up some of each of these just according to package instructions. Now we're going to go ahead and start browning up the meat. We've got our meat browned up, all of our seasonings in there. Now we're just going to drop our room temperature cream cheese in there. I'm going to get that all melted through, and then we'll add the rotel and the corn. I wish you guys could smell this because it smells phenomenal. Absolutely delicious, and it's even better as leftovers. So we absolutely love that. We've got our quinoa all made up here. We've got our rice made up. And I'm not going to pack these in individual containers like the last time that we traveled, just because that would be so many different containers. So I'm just going to pack them up like this, and then we will just serve them out for both of us each day. All right, beauties, so that will do it for this meal prep video. Hope you guys got some ideas from it, or hopefully something that I said, if you were struggling right now, resonated with you and helps you to know that you're not alone. We all struggle through different seasons of life, some that are very traumatic, some that are just the normal stresses and struggles of everyday life. Either way, mentally we can struggle and get into a hard place where we just don't feel like doing all the things that serve us. But the only thing that I know, and the tools that I have in my tool belt over the last several years that I have been able to equip myself with, is staying there is never a choice. It's just not a choice to wallow and stay there where you end up with negative momentum and in a downward spiral. So doing the things that I know, even when I don't feel like it, that will help pull me out of that and just get into a better headspace is the name of the game. And meal prep is one of them. Getting up and walking, getting back into routine, working out, reading, praying, all of those things are what help me to get out of that negative mind space and just go and do what I know is going to make me feel better mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of the above. So I hope this video helped you. If it did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with anybody else you think it may be helpful to. I love and appreciate so much when you guys share these videos. I'm really trying to hit 10K before the end of the year. I've been on YouTube forever and growth has just been crazy slow, which is the majority of my own fault. Obviously there's algorithm issues and all of that. YouTube acts crazy sometimes, but also I just haven't been as consistent with posting this year due to a million different things. But I'm looking forward to 2025 and getting a lot better with that. So if you are new, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of those videos. I'm going to have a lot of stuff planned for 2025. Fingers crossed that it is just an epic year for all of us so that we can continue to level up and grow together. I hope you guys are out there crushing it at life and getting a little bit better every single day. We do have the group kicking off on January 6th and signups are open now. Always have that link down below, so go ahead and get locked in. So much fun planned for that. I literally can't wait. And I have some other stuff I was working on prior to everything that happened with my mother-in-law. Obviously that had to put a halt on that for right now, but I will be working on that, so I'll hopefully have some of those bonuses for next week. But if you've already signed up, I will definitely still get them out to you as soon as they're ready. So go ahead and lock in your spot so you are set and ready to kick off the right way on 2025 with a group of people that are all leveling up with you. But I love y'all to pieces. I'm gonna quit gabbing and get out of here and hit the road. I will catch you in the next video.